Once the user groups and account groups have been created, our next step is to build out the tier tags and custom fields. These are used for mapping metadata to the accounts. Within Sprinklr, I'll open a new tab, scroll down to Custom Fields, or type it in the search box at the top, and here you'll see all the metadata fields that have been customized for our setup. Unit-specific metadata fields start with the same acronym used in their account subgroups. The first thing we need to do is add this unit into the tier tag system. I'll search tier at the top to bring up our tier tags. Tier 1 is the top level user or account group. This maps to the main account group name. Tier 2 are nested within that. Tier 3 is optional and may be needed depending on a unit structure and data needs. I'll hover on the 3 dots to edit, and here I'll scroll down to see the list of units. This is currently set to sort based on as displayed, so that University Communications appears at the top, followed by some other major units, and then colleges, which we list alphabetically. Find where in the list this unit should appear. Enter your cursor at the end of the row above, hit enter, and enter the new name. Click out of that, scroll down, confirm that it's visible on all workspaces and applied to outbound messages. Hit save. Do the same thing with tier 2. Here it's sorted alphabetically, and each tier 2 tag starts with that acronym. So I'm going to go in here to add this COL tags using the same process. Again, I don't need the admin tag here because it's related to users, not to accounts. For this one, I only want those COL tags to show up if the user that's creating a message in Sprinklr had selected the demo college account group as their tier 1. You can see here all of the tier 2 tags map to a corresponding tier 1. So I'll scroll to the bottom, I'll add a new field value, I'll choose my tier 1 tag, and then I'll select which option should appear if that tier 1 tag is selected. Here you can see that this field only appears if a tier 1 tag is selected, but it will appear for all tier 1 selected. If a user does not choose a tier 1 tag, tier 2 field will not appear at all. I'll hit save. This unit does not need a tier 3 tag, but I'll show you the use cases. We have some for Art Museum, MSU Foundation, Student Life and Engagement. These are typically brand account groups that are affiliated with a division group. Again, this tier 3 tag is mapped with visibility filters to a tier 2 tag. So the tier 3 field will only appear if a specific tier 2 field is selected. If I needed to add a tier 3 tag for this unit, I would need to add the tier 2 option to this list in order for the tier 3 to appear. I'll hit save. The last step after tier tags are updated is to update the documentation for tier tags. In SharePoint, the tier tags page appears here. We have tier 1, tier 2, and any corresponding tier 3 tags listed. Units may want to add their own additional custom fields. Those can also be added here. You choose the custom field type, which cannot be changed after it is created. Enter the name, Choose if it's for outbound messages or another type of asset. Assign all your values and variables. Map with controlling field values, so perhaps options only appear if a particular value is selected in a different field. Control your visibility. By default, it will be visible in all workspaces, but that can be controlled so that only particular users, user groups, or workspaces can view the custom field. Add advanced visibility filters. So perhaps this field will only appear if another field has been selected. And then at the asset level, configure whether it's mandatory, can be used for filtering, etc. Please see Sprinklr's documentation for more guidance on custom fields, as well as our documentation library. One note, any custom field that is created cannot be deleted. They live in perpetuity within the system. They can be turned off and deactivated, but they will always be in the system. That is so past data is not lost when a field is deactivated, as it would be if it was deleted.